Rethinking Agricultural Systems, the PQNK Framework. The crisis of the current paradigm. The dominant global agricultural system is not merely inefficient, it is founded on a fundamental misalignment with natural law. This misalignment manifests as a process paradox, where increased external input, chemical, mechanical, financial, leads to decreasing marginal returns in soil health, nutritional density, and farmer sovereignty. The system is defined by soil degradation. Reliance on tillage destroys soil structure, creating hardpans, eroding topsoil, and annihilating the soil microbiome. Hydrological disruption. Flood irrigation combined with compacted soils leads to runoff, evaporation, and aquifer depletion, rather than infiltration and recharge. Chemical dependency. The use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides suppresses soil biology, locking up innate mineral wealth and creating pest and weed resistance. Energetic inefficiency. It operates as a linear, extractive process, importing fertility and exporting waste, contrary to the cyclical, closed-loop logic of an ecosystem. This paradigm, often rebranded as industrial or conventional, is accurately defined as anti-ecosystem agriculture. Its central failure is the replacement of nature's self-regulating provision and protection systems with purchased, toxic substitutes. The PQNK lens, core axioms of a pristine system. The Paedar Qudratti Nizam Kashatqari, PQNK, is not an addition of techniques to the old model. It is a first principles framework derived from observing the undisturbed ecosystem, Qudratti Nizam. Its foundational axioms are non-negotiable. Axiom 1, the soil is a stratified, living organism. Soil is not a homogeneous growth medium. It is a structured, layered ecosystem. The primary pathology of industrial farming is the subsoil hardpan, a compacted layer that severs the connection between the root zone, mineral base, and deep water table. PQNK's first operational step is the physical remediation of this layer to restore vertical connectivity. Axiom 2, biology dominates chemistry. In a pristine system, plant-available nutrients are not primarily supplied from a bag. They are provisioned on demand by the soil food web from the geological mineral abundance already present. The role of the farmer shifts from applying chemistry to orchestrating biology, creating the habitat, aeration, moisture, organic matter, for microbes to perform this work. Axiom 3, the protection system is inherent, not imported. A healthy, biodiverse ecosystem has built-in pest and disease regulation via predator-prey balances and plant systemic immunity. PQNK reactivates this natural protection command system by eliminating practices that create weak, susceptible plants, e.g., inundation, soil disturbance, and fostering habitats for beneficial organisms. Axiom 4, water is a cycle to be managed, not a commodity to be consumed. PQNK treats water management as a function of soil structure. Through permanent raised beds, mulch, and a restored soil sponge, the system maximizes infiltration, minimizes evaporation and runoff, and actively recharges aquifers. Irrigation becomes minimal and precise, mimicking the slow percolation of a forest floor. The PQNK process, a closed-loop nizam, order. The framework translates into a sequential, self-reinforcing process protocol. Diagnosis and deconstruction, shatter the subsoil hardpan. This is the non-negotiable physical reset. Geochemical rebalancing, correct pathological pH levels, e.g., greater than 8, using managed leaching and mineral acids, e.g., sulfuric acid, to liberate locked-up nutrients within the system's boundaries. Structural reengineering, form permanent, no-traffic raised beds. Plant deep-rooted biotillage crops, Jantar, Sesbania, to biologically fracture subsoil and generate biomass. Cycle closure, implement strict no-till planting into mulch. Retain 100% crop residues in situ. The system's output, biomass, becomes its primary input, mulch, soil organic matter, closing the loop. This Nizam creates a virtuous cycle, improves structure, enhances biology, which improves nutrient cycling and water retention, which enhances plant health and biomass production, which further feeds soil life and structure. Confronting co-option, PQNK as a benchmark. The rising corporate interest in regenerative agriculture represents a strategy of controlled opposition, the adoption of surface-level practices, e.g., no-till, while preserving the core input-dependent business model, e.g., herbicide-resistant GMO seeds, synthetic fertilizers. The PQNK framework serves as an essential tool to expose this. It provides a strict, integrated standard against which claims can be measured. A regenerative system that uses glyphosate for no-till fails. Axiom 3, it destroys biology. A sustainable system that relies on imported compost or organic fertilizers fails. Axiom 2, it does not activate the site's innate mineral provision system. A water-efficient system that still uses flood irrigation on flat fields fails. Axiom 4. Thus, PQNK is not just a farming method. It is a diagnostic and analytical framework for distinguishing between genuine ecosystem agriculture and repackaged extraction. Conclusion: the paradigm is the product. The PQNK framework posits that the central challenge of our time is not a lack of agricultural technology, but allegiance to a flawed foundational paradigm. True transformation requires a shift from input-centric thinking to process-centric thinking. The product of PQNK is not merely a higher-yielding organic crop. The product is a regenerated farm ecosystem that is autonomous, minimally dependent on external inputs, resilient, climate buffered through its hydrological and biological health, predictable, yielding consistent, high nutrition produce, sovereign, placing control of the production process back in the hands of the land steward. This framework redefines progress not as the next patented product, but as the farmer's mastery in managing the self-renewing Nizam of the pristine system. Footnote: any production process that inundates soil with water, disturbs soil through tillage, or leaves soil bare without organic mulch cover does not qualify as natural ecosystem science for production agriculture. PQNK, to be pronounced as picnic, which stands for Paedar Qudratti Nizam Kashatqari, and means the regenerative and sustainable pristine organic farming system.